chasing no visions on his gig. I wanna feel free like a
Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my Birmingham City career mode, and this is the second season of it, and it's the third episode. So there was a few questions I've been asking in the last few episodes. One of them was who's going to be your player of the year for last season. Now I have got results. However, only two people did vote, and they both voted for two different people. So we will be giving them to those players. So the first one is Adams, top goal scorer for last season, a brilliant player, probably one of the best players on the pitch. If I'm honest, he was outstanding every single game. It wasn't one game that he didn't do very well on, if I'm honest. But Adams is that one, and the other one is our main man, Gardner. He isn't playing today. As you can see, the team sheet here, he won't be playing today in the first game, but actually, yeah, he will. So yeah, as I completely just redo the team sheet right there. So it was Gardner and it was Jay Adams. Thank you for everybody that actually did vote in the end, and I've just realised my volume is way too loud. So we might just have to leave it to where it is right now. So hopefully it should be fine. So hopefully it isn't too loud now or too quiet, but you should be able to hear me either way. But there was another question, which was, should we do a financial takeover? And we have had come to an answer, and that will be yes, we are going to have a financial takeover. We will go to the highest one possible, which is 35, I believe. You can, this is more money compared to the other one, so I believe this doesn't come through straight away. This is the first time I've done it this season, yeah, so it doesn't come through straight away. I think once we play this game I'll check if it's come through, but this now allows me to go out and sign a lot new players. I won't be signing loads straight away, but I'll probably be signing 2 players straight away anyway. But except from that, let's jump into the first game of the Premier League against West Brom. And welcome to the first game of the Premier League, and this is our first time back in the Premier League since 8 years ago now. So since this season, it's 8 years ago. But this is the Premier League layout, and I must say it's very nice. I didn't expect it to be so nice, but they've redone it since last year, I believe, and it looks very nice and fresh. I'm a bit disappointed I couldn't get it in 1080p, but hopefully it shouldn't be too bad in 720p. At least it's not stuttering and freezing. But yeah, obviously Craig Gardner, as I did say, he wasn't going to start originally. I had Gomez and Wilshere on, but I decided to put Gomez off to put Gardner on, who's our #1 player. Now, all the shirt numbers are wrong. I will have to redo it. But Jose Sarr, yeah, so Jose Sarr from Portugal, 11.8 million for a keeper. That is a good thing. So they've got rid of Ben Foster, surprising. He's their new #1 keeper. Interesting. But this is the new thing as well. The players walk out, which is brilliant. Which I didn't expect they'd ever do, but they have. They've got a few great players on there as well. Gibbs, Evans, great player there. Livermore's a good player. And obviously Rodriguez. I originally was going to try and sign him, but decided actually, nah, I'd rather go with someone a bit more faster. But yeah, Jay Rodriguez is a very good player. And obviously you got Tony Pulis there as their manager, but in real life he has been sacked and is now Alan Pardew. However, he isn't doing the best right now in the league. So we've got Leno, Alexander-Arnold, Upamecano, Corker and Sesson Young. Very strong team. We're going with the diamond formation today. Seeing how well that can work out. But Woodburn is on the left with Adams on the right. Wilshere playing in that central attacking mid. My original plan is putting him in the centre defending mid, but we'll put Gardner in there instead. Adams and obviously Aleb Hernandez has gone up front, our 2 main men this season, and let's see how they can do and see how we can cope in the Premier League. But I'll see you guys if there is any goals, or if not, I'll just see you at the end. But hopefully we can improve ourselves to get to the Premiership level now. So I'll see you guys if there is any goals. Passes it to Woodburn. Maybe Woodburn can run in a bit here. Able to shoot, great goal, and it's Woodburn who's able to pick the first goal up here in the Premier League, bringing it 1 goal to his name. a great finish there on the left wing. Obviously, we put him on the left wing there, even though he is a striker. You know, we don't really have someone on that left mid right now until we sign someone with that transfer money that we've now got from the takeover. But we are 1-0 against our rivals here, even though technically I don't class West Brom really as a rival. Our rivals are pretty much Wolves and... actually, no, West Brom is more closer than Wolves, if I'm honest. But Aston Villa is our biggest rival. But it's still nice to get a 1-0 win over the Derby right now. And it's making us have 3 points at the beginning of the league. Hopefully we can continue this, shall I say, and try and get some more goals. Come on, Sesson Young, you need to be able to run for that. Oh, wow, that's a great goal there, boy. Is it Rondon? Come on, show me. Yeah, he's running all the way to... I think it was Rondon. Yeah, it was a great header. It went straight to Pulis. I didn't even know you could interact with the manager with scoring. But yeah, Rondon there, able to get the goal. It was a great cross there. I feel like Sesson Young should have been able to have run a bit quicker there. Obviously, that kind of... Umbacano just kind of ran away from him there, Rondon. And the keeper couldn't really do too much because he was so close. He didn't have that much time to react. I actually thought it was going to be out at the beginning, but it was a great goal by them, and it's now 1-1 against West Brom. Bit more, what's probably the best word to describe it? It's a little bit more, not dangerous, but it's a little bit more hard to score in the Premier League. I think the defenders and the goalkeepers are a lot better. They're actually substituting Rodriguez for, who they're substituting? Oh, Chaldi. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But either way, let's see if we can try and get a goal here and win the first game. There it is, a 1-1 draw, our first game in the league, and we're able to walk away with a point against West Bromwich Albion. Personally, we should have won that. We had so many chances in my eyes, and there were like at the last bit, actually it was a leb. It was at such an awkward angle, but I actually thought it was going in. But their keeper was class today, able to keep Harry stop out. But a great finish by Woodburn did allow us to walk with that point. Either way, it's still a point, and it does keep us going. And at least it isn't a loss for the first game in the Premier League, and so I keep saying that. But either way, let's go to the transfers, because I'm pretty sure we'll be able to pick some new players up. So we've actually just got another thing here for our objectives, Ethan. I did say I was going to focus on this. Within 2 seasons, increase the club's worth by at least 50%. Of course, I've done that pretty much within 1 season, if I'm going to be honest. But either way, a great thing right there. And it seems to be going a lot better compared to last season. Also, another thing I need to quickly update on. We have now got the extra funds. So, I believe we've been given 40 million. We've been given £40 million, which is obviously a great amount of money, and we're going to want to sign some great players. So I've actually brought the transfer budget. Ooh, let's bring the transfer budget to a 45 million. We've got 285 in the wage budget, and that seems like a good amount. So we're going to go straight into the transfer hub, and we're going to sign the player that I really wanted to bring to the team. From the beginning. Of course, obviously you can see some new names on the transfer list here, and that's James Ward-Prowse. I can't offer him any new contracts. Okay then, in that case, we should probably sign a new left mid. Now, I was looking at this and I was thinking to myself, who's going to be potentially the best player? And I think Demarai Gray is, just because of money and transfers and stuff like that. I feel like he might be actually the best player, as you can see all these new players here. Oh, he's got a new face due to the update. Oh well. So yeah, that's the player I'm going to go for out of the left mids, and that's going to be Demarai Gray. So we're going to approach the signing here. I'm looking for a £10 million fee. I don't want to spend too much money. He's a great player. He's an ex-Blues player, and I'd love to see him come back to the club. He's he has developed a lot more at Leicester, but I think it's time for him to come home rightfully. So he's 22, 75 in overall rating. He's valued at 8.5 million. So I'm gonna just offer real quick 8 million. Straight up, we're gonna offer £8 million. They want 11 million. let's counter that. Let's propose a new fee. Let's go with 9. I'm willing for a 9. Submit offer. Let's see what they think about that. They're going to 10.5. Let's counter that. Let's see if we can propose a new transfer fee. We'll go 9.5. And let's see if he brings it down. He is willing to accept that. So in my eyes, I think we're going for a bargain there. Only £1 million over his transfer. What's the word? Recommendation. His value, should I say? That's what they're calling it here. We have actually now we have to go into the wages, and he's actually on 43k a week. All right, doesn't matter. We'll go straight in and let's offer him a wage. Well, a contract even, not a loan wage. So he wants a squad roll. It's going to be a crucial squad roll straight away. I'm not going to lie to him. He's happy with that, obviously. Of course he is. Let's talk about the length of the contracts. I want it for a 4-year contract. This is the most money Blues have ever paid for a player, and he is willing to accept a 4-year contract back at the club. He doesn't want a release clause. You know, like that suits me. It suits me. Now that's everything's done. Let's talk about the salary. His current wage is on 43. I'll offer him a 45. I'm a nice guy. Actually, no. I don't really want him to come back and offer me something, because he'll offer for bonuses and stuff like that. So I'll offer him a 48. He wants 40k. Signing bonus will be $500,000. And if he gets 5 goals, he gets some money. Right, let's remove the bonus. And we'll edit the sign bonus. I'll give you 4.5 if you're able to bring this down to $250,000. He's willing to accept that, so he's on a 45k a week. A little bit less, but he does get some money straight away up front. And he is now a Birmingham City player again. So let's go over here and you'll see him on the breaking news. And there it is, Demai Gray. He's on 32. Accepted a 9.5 million. That is the record transfer for now. But obviously, I'm going to be paying a lot more than that for James Ward-Prowse, who I think he's going to be our most expensive player this season. But let's just go through the players that I am looking to potentially bring in with this amount of money. So I've just brought in a left mid. That's one of my positions I really want to bring in. Obviously James Ward-Prowse, a player that I do want to bring in, and they want 23 million, which I will be accepting and offering. So I'm very happy to bring him in. Hopefully, still have to do it. But the other one was, actually, I need to bring in another defender. That was my third role that I need to fix with. And it's out of these 4 players. I've actually extended it from Lindelof and Lewis Dunk, from Delete, from Ajax, very young lad, and Valigio, Jesus. I'm just going to call him Jesus if we do sign him. But as you can see there, they're all great defenders, except from these 2, because we don't know their ratings yet. That's why I'm waiting until we get the scout reports before we even offer any amount of money. Now we've got when we do get the centre mid within Ward-Prowse, I'm potentially going to look at strikers and bring one more striker to the club. And then obviously I have tried to sign Odegaard on loan, but I'm considering cancelling the loan offer, come back and actually offer him an actual permanent deal. And we have actually had a transfer request from one of you guys for Nathan Redmond. Now, if I was to get him, I would be getting him on loan, because I don't think I want to sign him. However, I will be giving him a scout report, because because I feel like I want to know his true stats before I go and sign somebody else. So let's go and find him real quick. Nathan Redmond. So there he is, Nathan Redmond, 24. And let's have a quick look and see what his rating will be. But either way, we're going to jump into the next game of the Premier League. I don't know actually who it's going to be against. Who's it against? Oh, as it says, we might have some transfer news next. So either way, I'll see you then. So they have actually accepted the loan deal here for Martin Odegaard. Oh, so we've actually loaned Martin Odegaard. So that means if we do want him, we will sign him for next season with the amount of money that we get from this season. Very interesting. So we can now offer James Ward-Prowse another deal here, and it's actually the same day that we will be playing Southampton. So if we're able to sign him here, it's literally going to be the case of he's going to be coming on their bus, come to the Blues ground, or we'll go to their ground, and we're just going to tell him, pop on the Blues shirt and come with us. But either way, he's valued at 17.5 million. We've already kind of talked about this, and they want 23 mil, I think it was. So straight away, I think what we will offer is his value of 17.5. We're going to see if we can try and get lower than 23 million, potentially. 27.5 and a 5% clause. Propose new transfer fee. I will offer you... Do you know what? I'll offer you 19 million and a half. I'm cheeky like that. We'll remove the sell-on clause, that's fine. Submit. And let's see what they think about that. 28.4. It's gone up so much more. It's ridiculous. I can offer 21 million. Oh, so they're going to take some time and consider the offer of £21 million. But either way, we might actually get him for that, surprisingly. And he won't be coming the same day as... What's the word? He won't be coming the same day that we're playing them. And it has been stored for 21 million. If we're able to get him for 21 million instead of 23 million, that is a brilliant transfer business right there. I'd be quite interested to see if they was to accept. I'd be very surprised if they accepted 21 million. But either way, we can only find out now. And welcome to our second game of the Premier League against Southampton. So obviously we're trying to sign one of their big youth players, with James Ward-Prowse, I think that's how you pronounce it. And we are home today rather than at our away ground. I think it was away at West Brom last game rather than home. But it's the first time we're coming back to St Andrews in the Premier League. Obviously, like I said in the last game, since 8 years ago, a few more transfer business has gone through since last game, and we've got we've got a new person on the pitch here today, as you can see. Well, there you go. So 2 new players have actually came in for both clubs. My grade, 9.5 million, and the other one was someone from Hoffman to Southampton for 7.5 million. I've never heard of him. But I'm sure he's a good player either way. So it'll be interesting to see how well we can do here. And I'll be interested to see if James Ward-Prowse is also playing. If he is, it'll be quite interesting to see. I keep saying interesting. It'll be very... no, I can't think of another word to say of interesting now. It'll be very interesting to see how well he does against us. I forgot Southampton of Charlie Austin. Actually, Southampton, I've got quite a few players. Obviously, Nathan Redmond's another player on our shortlist that you guys suggested. But here is our team. Leno in goal. Alexander-Arnold, Upamecano, Corker and Sessegnon. The same 4 as last game. Wilshere in the centre defending mid where I wanted him. Edwards and our new player, Gray. With Gomez in the centre attacking mid, doing so well in the pre-seasons with Woodburn and Adams. It does fly through the subs, so I was expecting to be a bit more better. But McCarthy in goal for Southampton instead of their number 1 goalkeeper. Quite interesting. I'm just trying to look at their team here, and really, I don't notice anybody except from Redmond. Obviously, sure, I don't look too much at Southampton's team, but Redmond and Austin are the only 2 players I know. But either way, let's kick it off and try and get a win here too today. Great, able to get a great interception there. He keep running, he does a shot, oh my god, and it's a brilliant goal there by Demarai Gray. It's his first debut again for Birmingham City and able to get the goal. What a hero. And again, just look at his pace in this game. It reminds me so much of Adams with his pace, but he's a bit faster. His agility isn't as much. He can't run straight away, but if you keep running with him, he does get really fast. And that is something I do like about my Gray, and that's what we needed in that left mid position, and that is what he's able to give to us, if I'm honest. Hopefully we can able to hold this down like we didn't do last game. But either way, I think he's done an absolutely brilliant job there. Again, a left mid player has scored the goal. It's the only place, the only position on the pitch where they've scored a goal. But hopefully the strikers can be able to do something this game. Adams able to make the run, and it is a goal. There it is, his first goal in the Premier League. And it's about time. He's had so many chances, and he's been so unlucky, if I'm honest. I think he's even hit the crossbar, but we are winning this 2-0. And if I'm going to be completely honest, Southampton should be winning. They've hit the bar 3 times, and they've had so many times that they could have equalised within the short amount of time. But Adams able to make that run there. I'm surprised it isn't offside, but able to play onside as well. And MacArthur just couldn't do anything. 2-0, and this is looking to be our first win in the Premier League. We haven't lost one game. Well, it's only been 2 games, so I can't really say that if I'm honest. But we're doing all right now. And, you know, there's a few key players there that have already scored a goal. So hopefully we continue to try and get a 3rd goal here. And there it is, 2-0. It's our first win in the Premier League, and we've got 4 points from 2 games. It's quite a good record for a team that has just come up in the league. We've made some brilliant signings so far, and Leno has been playing spectacularly, and I've been really happy with his performance. There's a few shakes in the defence, but hopefully we should be able to fix that for next game. But also Damari Gray, absolutely amazing performance, very fast down that wing, somebody that we exactly needed. But either way, 2-0 to Birmingham City over Southampton. See if there's any transfer news. So, this is something I have been neglecting. No, I pronounce that wrong. I say things wrong. It's something that does happen. Oh, God. Either way, it's something I keep on neglecting. Neglecting? There we go, neglecting. And that is the training. I haven't done training this season at all. But either way, we are going to start. And these are the players that are going to train. So we want to try and get the left backs and the right backs here to at least a 75. It's 2 areas in which we should be improved on, if I'm honest. So a 75 is probably the best option. And then obviously Gomez, I want to try and get to a 75 as well. So if I can get all these players to 75, then I'll stop and train some new players. But either way, let's sim it. And let's see what they're able to get here. So, yeah. Not that good, if I'm honest. Gomez done the best out of all of them. But either way, hopefully it should be able to go up by time. But, yes. Okay. So, we've had the transfer back for James Ward-Prowse. And it's now 20... So, it's not unacceptable, the 21 million. And they want 26.6 million. Which, if I'm honest, I still think that's, you know, too much. So I'm actually going to negotiate that again, because, you know, if anything, if I have to go up, I don't mind 24, 25. And we've now gone to 26.6, so I'm glad to bring it down. So I think we should just say 23 mil, straight away what they said earlier. They're still saying 26. I'm sorry, but that's our price for it's set. What if they was to bring it to and add a 5% sell-on clause? We won't be selling him, but it's just a case of they might want to take that offer. Oh, there it is. So £24 million was the golden set, and they wanted 5% on his next transfer fee, which, if I'm honest, isn't going to be that bad. If we're able to make him into a brilliant player, which I'm sure we will, and it'll be worth triple the amount of match, so it doesn't really matter. And we're not going to sell him, so it doesn't matter too much there. So let's negotiate here with James Ward-Prowse and see if we can get him for a decent amount on the contract here. So yeah, he wants a crucial role, which is fine with me. I think he's so young and he's 23. He's got so much time to improve. He's probably going to be one of our main players anyway. So I think we will accept that anyway. And I'm glad to just try and get him to the club, if I'm honest. Let's talk about the contract. I'm just going to go 5 years. He's that big of a player. He wants a 3-year contract. I'm sure he'll be happy with 4 years then. Let's see what he's agreed to that, obviously. He wants a release clause of £49.3 million. Deny release clause. Okay, yeah, so he's happy with no release clause. That's the best thing about it. Oh god, there's a few things here. So 89,000 wages. I think this will put him up on the highest wages. Would it? I think it would. So let's just first off, let's edit this. I don't mind paying him a lot of money here because, you know, he was the main target for this. I'm going to go with 8.6. I'm happy with an 8.6. And we're going to just say remove the bonus in total. Submit the offer. What does he think? He wants 90. Counter. Edit this. Okay, I'll offer him 90 because obviously, like I say, he is one of the main players I want to try and get. And let's go with 875. See what he thinks about that. He's still set on that amount of money. Okay. This is what's affecting our transfer budget for the rest of the players that we might want to get. 95. And I'll go with... no, I'll go for that as well. So we'll give him 95 across the board. Let's see what he thinks to that. Either way, he's happy to join the club, and that now means he's our record transfer signing, and I'm not looking to spend any more money over that amount. 24 million pounds? That's a lot of money for Blues, and it is definitely our top signing, at record signing. Obviously, I broke Jota's there, just with Demai Gray, and then for James Ward-Prowse. But there's something to notice, 2 English players that I've brought to the club. And also a Norwegian. But yeah, 2 English players there. They're brilliant players. I wasn't aiming for English talent, but I got it either way. And let's have a quick look at our record signing here. Breaking news. Oh, no, let's go straight up here. Breaking news. Ward-Prowse, number 7. If I'm honest, I was going to give him the number 8 t-shirt. But yeah, 24 million, that's a record transfer. Only 23 and 95 grand. Is he the top waged player now? So, we've actually had a transfer offer full now for £1.4 million offer here from Leeds United. He's valued at 1.5. So, let's now go to negotiate. So, I'm trying to think of a starting budget. I think I should go big here with a £2.3 million thingy. Oh, see, I was going to go 2.5 million, but 2.3 seems a bit more safe. But either way, we were able to confirm that deal straight away. And let's see if he's actually going to leave the club now. So we're waiting for Danskar and Lau to potentially leave the club to bring some extra funds, to bring some better players to the club as well. So just Danskar, just leave, or I'll have to kick you out for free. So this is your point where you get to pick the club that you want to leave to. But obviously Jason now, 2.3 million. That's quite good business, if I'm honest. And I'll get a bit more wages as well. But either way, I'll see you guys in the next game. And welcome to the Carabao Cup here against Colchester away. But either way, like I did say, I want to go to the European League, the European League, yeah, the European League for next season, and a way to do this is by winning the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, or getting 5th in the league. So obviously 5th in the league is going to be quite hard. It's going to be a lot harder than everybody would think. But the other thing, but we can, we can win this. So I've decided to put our 2 new player debuts, Odegaard and also James Ward-Prowse, our top record signing, should I say, Two amazing players, and I can't wait to see how well they're doing. I thought Colchester, it's going to be a bit of an easier team compared to the Premier League team, but I've put more of a backup team here. As you can see, Leno isn't in goal. Schofield is. There's quite a few different players there. Also, Nadal is on there as well, but as you can see, there's a lot of players there that don't normally get a game, but I want to make sure everybody gets a game at the club until we're able to shorten it down, and I can see where I can improve, where I can play certain places and so on. But I wanted to make sure that next game in the Premier League, which will be next episode, we've got an amazing team out. But either way, let's have a look at their players that they've sent in. There's a few there. There's Johnstone, I recognise. I see Grunther as well. He's a good player. I remember seeing Kent before as well, but everybody else I don't recognise. But either way, this is our team, much different compared to the last game. Schofield, Collins, Harding, Marco Roberts, Kelter, James Ward-Prowse, Doyle, Chiesa, Vassal, Martin Odegaard, and Solomon Atu. But I wanted to put Odegaard and James Ward just to see how well they do, and I've just realised that's terrible looks for kits. But either way, let's jump into the game. Hopefully we can win it to carry on to the next round. To be fair though, we are exposed here. And there it is, they've scored. Wow. So I think Vassal is going to have to come off. He's had so many chances, can't put it away. I don't know, he's not getting in those right positions. And now it's 1-0 to them. And to lose to Colchester, I think it's the first time we've lost this season if we lose here today. And it's to Colchester. Of all the clubs, don't get me wrong, we don't have Leno in goal. We don't have some of our best players here. But, our defence has been solid. But it's just our striking force. There's no one up front, and Vassal should be there making the runs and so on, but he isn't doing that. So I think Vassal's not looking very good recently, and I'm even considering selling him, but I don't really want to because he's such a good player in real life. But either way, let's jump in and try and get a goal back here. And there we are. We've actually lost 1-0 to Colchester. A shocking performance from the entire team, if I'm going to be completely honest. Martin Odegaard played terrible, and James Ward-Prowse, his first debut game was against Colchester, and he lost 1-0. Not a very good sign for a £23 million signing, but £24 million signing, should I say? But shocking. And we've had such a high note on this episode, and then to leave it on a 1-0 defeat. But either way, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.